Hello there everybody. Today I will be walking you through how to check out an ebook through Enki. The process can be a little confusing at first, so make sure to stick with this video and I will walk you through it. The first thing we're going to want to do is go to our library website. So you're going to go up here and type in www.rivlib.net. Alright, along the top here are several different options. We're going to go to ebooks. Here should be a list of all of our current ebook providers. Here we're going to go to Enki. Now there is one other way to access this website. I'm going to show you briefly. Instead of going from our library website to our ebooks, you could also go to ENKILibrary.org, and that'll take you directly to Enki's website, where you go to the top to select your library and you choose your library branch. For us, that would be Riverside County Library System. Once you click that, you'll be brought to the same home page as you would by going through our library website. Alright, from here you'll have a little carousel right here of different popular books under different titles, such as new fiction, graphic novels, things like that. Okay, you're going to want to log in with your library card over here on the right. Your PIN should be the last 4 digits of your phone number if you have a Riverside County Library card. So go ahead and sign in now. Alright, now that we're signed in, you'll see a very brief overview of your account here, such as how many ebooks you have checked out, or if you have any books waiting for you on hold. Now we're going to search for an ebook. You can do a general search in the search bar up here. For the purposes of showing you some of our more in-depth features, I'm going to go to advanced search. Now here you have 2 search options. One where you can type in different items that you may be looking for. So for instance, if I want to crochet items for kids, I might go up here and type in crochet, and change the field to subject. And then here, if I want to specifically look at items for kids, I'll type in children. From here, I'll go to find. Here you should have some different items that somewhat fit what you are looking for, such as crocheted bears, because we're looking at items for children. I'm going to go back now and we're going to look at the other search options. Now at the bottom of the page it says Limit To. This is where you can search by different subjects, authors, language, or even format. So for example, if you're just looking for biographies, or if you want to browse different genres of fiction, this is where you would go to find that. For right now, let's go to Women's Sleuths and see what there is. So from this results page, you should be able to see quite a few different things. Primarily, whether or not an item is available or whether or not it's checked out. You'll also be able to see how many copies are available. Certain titles, such as new titles, may only have 1 or 2 copies available, and there could be a wait for that. Some titles, though, such as classics, which have been around for quite a while, will have multiple copies available, and you'll have a much shorter wait time. I'm going to go ahead and click on this one and walk you through the checkout process. Alright, so here's the information page for this book. You'll see here that it is available. You'll also see a description and a few other details about the book here, such as author, publisher, format. You'll notice the format says EPUB. That is the general standard for ebooks. In order to read EPUB on a computer, we're going to need to download Adobe Digital Editions. The next step you're going to need to do before checking out your book is click this link down here. This will take you to the download page for Adobe Digital Editions. Now, if you get any sort of pop-up that says you need to pay for it, you may need to contact Adobe to find out more. If you go through that link on the Enki website, it should be free. Now you'll see here that you can download either Macintosh or Windows. That'll depend on your computer. Right now I'm on a Windows computer, so I'm going to open this. You'll see at the bottom of the page here, my download has completed. I'm going to hit this button right here to open it in my downloads. Alright, you'll see it's right here, it's been highlighted. Go ahead and double click that. Allow it to run on your computer. I have read this licensing agreement. If you would like to do so, you may do that. Go ahead and hit next, and finally install. It should only take a few moments. Alright, when this close button has opened up, go ahead and click close, and it should automatically open Adobe Digital Editions. You'll see here I already have a few books in my library. In the meantime, what we're going to do is just minimize this button right up here. We'll come back very soon. You'll see we're still on the Adobe page. Go ahead and hit the back button. Now that we're back on the information page, I'm going to check out this book. Go ahead and hit the checkout button on your screen. You should receive a small pop-up like this, saying that the title was successfully checked out to you. Go ahead and hit the close button. Now you should be redirected to your checked out e-content. This will be a list of any books that you've checked out through Enki. It won't show you any of your physical books from the library, just those checked out through this ebook provider. It'll show you the date that you've checked it out, as well as its due date. The book should be automatically checked in once their due date comes up, so you don't have to worry about returning it on time. You can also return it ahead of time by hitting the Return Now button. Now to open this book on Adobe Digital Editions, we're going to hit the download button. There is a read online option that will let you read in your internet browser. However, the controls for this can be a bit complicated, and Adobe Digital Editions is much better suited. So go ahead and hit download now. You'll see that it popped up here in the bottom corner of my screen. It doesn't have the title of the book on it, so make sure you keep an eye on whatever it comes up as. We're going to open this in our folders again. You'll see it highlighted at the top here. Now the thing about EPUB books, they don't always know where they need to open. If you were to click on this now, it would not open in Adobe Digital Editions, and your computer would tell you that it isn't able to open the file. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell it where it needs to go. I want you to right-click on the ebook that you've downloaded and go to Open With. Now you'll see here, it wants to open it in Adobe Digital Editions. I was lucky that that popped up there because I've done this before. However, your computer might not automatically recognize that. It may take a few minutes for it to register, or it might ask you to look in other options to try and find it. If yours does not pop up on the top, go ahead and hit Other Options and see if it's down here. If not, you'll need to look for another app on this PC. You should be able to find it there. If not, go ahead and contact our support team and we'll do what we can to walk you through it. In this case, mine is selected at the top as Adobe Digital Editions. Go ahead, select that. It's currently highlighted blue for me, and hit OK at the bottom. Now it's downloading it to my ebook library, and here it is. One last tip. This font can be a bit small for some people, so if you go up to the top here where it says File, Edit, and Reading, click on Reading, go down to EPUB text size, and you'll have a few different options here. See, that's much better for some people. Go ahead and choose the font that works for you. I'm going to go back to my library now. Now you'll see here on the books that I've checked out, there's a little tab up in the corner. This one says 12 days, and the one that we've just downloaded says 20 days. That will count down from the time that you've checked it out, so you have a better idea of when your book is due. Now, once you've gone through those extra steps of opening with Adobe Digital Editions, your computer will automatically know where to send the ebooks each time that you check out a new one. So you won't need to go through that process every single time. Let me show you briefly. We're going to go back to our internet browser and check out a new book really quick. So let's see. This time I will go for horror. All right. And I'm going to check out this book right here. It was successfully checked out to me. And now we're going to go to download. Now from here, I'm going to go ahead and click right on this link. No extra steps. And it downloads right to your library. And that's it. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you and that you were able to check out ebooks using Enki. Now, this only works on your PC. There is a way to read them on your phone, and that'll be covered in a separate video. In the meantime, if you have any other questions, feel free to call, email, or live chat with your library support team. Happy reading!